I know you and Pusha had the song with him called Hunting Season that y'all removed from the streaming services.
Yeah, we did it for the same reasons. We're still on the album.
I was gonna ask you
still
that.
gonna work it after, when we push the button again, but we just the timing was off with everything that was happening and the song content and the videos a little crazy. So we just held off. We ain't want the people or we ain't want to send no mixed messages or.
Yeah, understood. So next Friday, Ignatius, am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Ignatius.
Yeah, so I know there's a special meaning to you behind naming the album that.
Yeah, that was my partner, my A&R, big bro. He died from colon cancer. He was first.
Sorry to hear that.
He was the A&R Rough Riders, all of the Rough Rider compilations, Eve's album, the Locks albums, DMX albums. So after D got into the accident, the Rough Riders CEO and Rough Riders kind of went down. I hired him to work with me, and we went to speaking from. Spoke to him every morning. He was adamant about me losing weight and eating right, and just my whole brand and well-being as well as the Locks. And then he was fighting colon cancer, and he didn't want me to know, so I told everybody with him, and he made sure I didn't find out. But eventually I found out, and then when I found out, they finally let me go see him, and he passed away the next day or like 48 hours after that.
Man.
So it hit me. It hit me different because I found out late, so
yeah,
I wasn't able to just go through the funeral and all that, and I was still going through it because I'm like, why he didn't tell me, and just all the questions I wish I could have asked him that I didn't get to ask him. So
yeah,
he did so much for me. I just felt like putting a body of work in his name would be a way for me to get some form of closure or relief, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to name it after him. Through all the features, he would always be in my ear asking me when I'm gonna work with such and such. I try to complete that bucket list for him, as well as some of the production that he left behind. And even the cover art of the album is a painting. It's an art piece that we're gonna put in the art show and give some of the proceeds to his kids.
Nice.
And then I could just get back on to being regular Kiss with my regular schedule program, but I just felt like I owed him that. So
definitely,
that's the whole meaning behind the name, and this project is all for my homie. So, but it's still a good vibe. It's no turn up. It's very personal. It's very cerebral. It's very musical. It's some good music on there.
Yeah.
I mean? I was doing promo yesterday at Vibe, and they said it was my best album. So
wow.
I can't get mad at that because it's my latest album. Only as good as your last work, but
for sure,
it's not even one of them kind of albums. So, but it's good. It's a great body of work. You're going to enjoy.
Yeah, so I noticed you said that you worked with some of the people that he wanted you to work with on this album as far as features goes. So who are those features?
He always wanted me to work with Pusha, Ty Dolla $ign. He was a big 2 Chainz fan.
Okay.
John Legend.
Nice.
He always wanted to get a John Legend joint. H Loaf. Just a few people that he liked to listen to when he wasn't working or when he was in the gym or, on his own time. Some of the people that he enjoyed listening to. So I just try to make that happen.
Yeah, so when you go into like album mode, is your label like in your ear trying to kind of tell you like this is the sound that's happening right now, or this is what works for radio?
They could never do that to me. I mean, fortunately, I'm a seasoned veteran in the game that's able to do whatever I want to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Behind what it is that I'm doing, opposed to them in the studio telling me what to do. That don't never happen. That can't happen.
So of course
we're point in my life.
Yeah. So of course we're still all mourning the loss of Pop Smoke. It was so tragic and heartbreaking. So how was that time?
Well, he was gonna come to my daughter's Sweet 16. Pop Smoke was gonna perform at my daughter's Sweet 16, but he happened to have to be in Europe, in the UK at the time. And then I seen him at Duce Palooza, inside the Barclays Center. It was all love though. He was gonna work. You know what I mean? He was about to he was on fire and about to, have a huge career. So it was very unfortunate and very sad.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so, I know you're an original member of Bad Boys Records, and, we saw Mace and Diddy go back and forth a little bit, and you spoke about the comments and, said how they should have handled it. But, now with making the band coming back out, what advice would you give to the people auditioning for making the band?
I don't know. I mean, if you going in for making the band, just expect to do some. If you love it like you say you love it, he gonna put you to that test. You know what I mean? And whether it's walking to Brooklyn for cheesecakes or he come up with something else crazy like that, don't sign up for it if you ain't really ready to get in some real. If you ain't ready to go all out for it, don't enter.
And just knowing the business, like knowing the business behind the business. I think that's,
That's the most important part for, young artists or young aspiring producers or anybody wanting to get into the game. Try to learn it as much as you want to be the best rapper or the best producer or the, the flyest or the freshest.
Yeah.
Learn the game as much as you can before you enter it. You know what I mean? That's the best jewel I could give anybody.
So back to the album and the music. You got one coming, Kisses to the Sky with Rose.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Imani. He's singing on there also. He got the track The Poobs. When I laid my verses, it just sounded like some Ricky Rose production that he would, like to touch up. So I sent it to him. We got it back, and every song on the album got a double meaning. Although you hear me talking to a female on the album, on that song, it's also like at the funeral or the repast when you let the white balloons go in the air. So it's Kisses to the Sky for my man.
Wow.
Also, so
that's deep.
Yeah,
that's deep. And I know you said Vibe said this was your best work. Do you feel like it's truly your best work, being that it's so close to your heart with the loss of your friend and everything?
It's a different type of project for me. It's like I never did a whole project dedicated to somebody or somebody's name.
Right.
We did We Always Love Big Papa, and I did songs for my mans in jail or things like that, but I never did a whole project that I wanted to have his own sound different than any other sound that I ever really give to people. So I think I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. I think he was in spirit. He was A&R in the project in spirit from heaven. That's why everything was able to be done the way he always asked me to do stuff the first time. And yeah, I mean, you're only as good as your last work, so sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely. So next Friday is the date the album is dropping, and we're waiting on it. And, there's so many other newer artists that are out right now in the game. So who are some of the newer artists that you listening to when you're riding out in your whip?
Well, I listen to everything, but for some of the newer artists,
okay, this kid's pretty dope.
Boogie, Roddy Rich, Lil Baby, The Baby.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, yeah. And at this point in the game, is there anybody out there that you want to work with that you have not worked with yet? She was always like, yo, I got to get on track with this person.
All-time bucket list song that I want to do. Stevie Wonder and Andre 3000.
Ooh. Nice.
What do you think of the sound?
I think that'd be crazy. The production on it, all of y'all on it, I think that'd be super dope.
I think it'd be dope. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So album out next Friday.
Yeah, Ignatius, y'all. March 6th. It was gonna come out on the 28th, but we pushed it back for a good cause in honor of, Pop Smoke, Mamba, Kobe, and Little Gigi, and the people on the helicopter, just everything that was going on this week. Give that some light and give that some space and pay respect to that. Next Friday, you can enjoy it. You can go up for pre-orders though tomorrow.
Okay.
The album track list, the playlist, the track list, however you say it, the artwork and pre-orders will be up.
Yeah.
Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah, and you've been in this game for so long and been successful for so long and seen so much stuff. And, back to the recent, tragedy that happened with Pop Smoke, like what advice would you give to not even just rappers, but just these kids and people in general out there that are just putting everything on Instagram, showing money on Instagram, dropping a location on Instagram? Like,
nah, see, for one, I blend the record labels a little bit in the management to a certain extent, because if you know you're signing an artist that's affiliated to a gang member and actively always saying it, and and also obtaining some fast success,
right?
You gotta protect the brand. You gotta, what I mean? He's going to LA, which is where gang banging started. You should have beefed up security. You should move accordingly.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's a 20-year-old kid. He should have a force field around. Not just his homies or whatever. He should, you know what I mean? But who's to say? Who am I to say what it? But just for having this many years in the game, is a certain way you're supposed to move. You know what I mean? This is an unfortunate business where when you become successful, you get a target on you. So you gotta move You gotta move different when the money starts coming in and big truck jury and Bentleys and all that kind of stuff. You gotta move different. They on, the hooligans is on you forever.
Yeah,
and that's from the beginning of time, from where we come from. So
right,
young artists just move right. You know what I mean? Be smart about it. Pray and hope for the best.
Absolutely. So I appreciate you, coming up to see us today, checking in with Philly, but we got to get you back here to actually perform. So you going on tour?
Yeah, I'll be back. They setting up a tour and all that.
Okay.
Now, so after the album actually comes out, I'll be back, probably performing in a few spots in the city, and definitely to check you out.
For sure. We appreciate you, Jadakiss, right here live with me on Hip Hop 103.9.